Before I start this video, I want to give my condolences to the family of Ralph Baer. He died at the age of 92. This man was responsible for creating the first video game console. I want to give my thanks because video games have gotten me through a lot of situations in my life, and I don't know where I've been, where I would be actually, if it wasn't for the fact that I picked up my first controller. Mr. Baer, you have created something amazing, and you will forever be missed. Rest in peace. What's going on, guys? This is your man Juice7 back with another episode of Juice Reviews. Finally got a chance to watch the Game Awards. I want to share my thoughts with you guys. So guys, please bear with me. I wasn't able to cover everything because the show was like 3 hours long. You know what I mean? So I can only write down so many things. So let's jump right into it. I got my notes right here. First, they showed Mario Maker from Nintendo. Now, Mario Maker is basically a customizable, do-it-yourself kind of Mario game where you can build your own stages and traps and that kind of stuff, and you can share with your friends so they can play through it. This game looks absolutely amazing, and I cannot wait to play it. Because you know for a fact we're going to see some really creative stages out there, man. There's a lot of smart people in the gaming industry, in the gaming community. And you're going to see some amazing stages. I'm really looking forward to that. Next, they show a little bit of Metal Gear Solid Online. I'm assuming it's an online mode for Metal Gear Solid 5. It looks really good. It looks fun and interesting. I mean, if you're a fan of Metal Gear Solid, it didn't really do much for me. But I gotta say, the game looks absolutely beautiful, though. The graphics and the Fox engine, whew, it's a really good looking game. So look out for that as well. Then they showed a world premiere for a game called Adrift by Adam Orth. If you guys remember who that guy is, he caused quite a stir, like I think it was a year ago, with the whole when the Xbox One was announced, and he was telling everybody, deal with it. Remember that? That's the dude. The game looks gorgeous. It takes place in a space station. You wake up, and you woke up from being unconscious. You don't know what's going on. You're the only survivor of a really bad crash, and you're low on oxygen, and you're looking around. Like, that's the basic I can sum it up. The colors in that game really pop out, and it looks really nice, especially when you go out in space. You can see it for yourself. It's a really good looking game. I don't know what exactly you do in the game, but it looks pretty decent. They also announced a game called Before, and it kind of looks like a, telling you the truth, I'm not sure what kind of game it is, but one thing's for sure is it has a very gorgeous environment. It only takes place like during the caveman era. And I get the impression it's a game like Populous, like kind of like a real-time strategy game. That's the impression I get from it. The trailer did not show off enough for me to get a good glimpse of what the game is about, but I'm going to keep my eye open for it. Next, they showed some Shadow of Mordor. Now, this game has already been released and it's available right now. God damn, after watching the stuff that they showed in the show, I really want to play this game. It looks really, really good. It's basically Assassin's Creed on Middle Earth. You really want to think about it. But maybe not as crappy though, because I can't stand Assassin's Creed, honestly. Then EA came on stage and showed a little bit of Battlefield Hardline. It's coming out in March next year. The trailer looks really interesting. It was impressive. The graphics look great as well. But it's not enough for me to know exactly what kind of feel this game is going for. It's going away from the whole, army, military type setting and more to like, cops and robbers type thing, which is cool. I mean, I'm interested in checking it out, but I'm not fully convinced, you know what I'm saying, that I want to play this game or not. Especially all the bullshit that happened with Battlefield 4. All the glitches and stuff like that. I can't deal with that, man. Seriously, I can't deal with that. Next, they showed The Order 1886. Every time I see this game, it's looking more and more impressive. The voice acting seems to be on point. The graphics look fun. And the storyline, it seems to be really gripping, and it seems like you're gonna have a good time with the story. In terms of gameplay, though, it looks really simplistic. It doesn't look like anything that's, really mind-blowing. It looks like a simple third-person shooter, in my personal opinion. Which is not necessarily a bad thing, but with how many there are on the market, it's like, I'll still keep an eye out for them regardless. Then they showed Until Dawn. It's a horror game that's similar to Heavy Rain or The Walking Dead. Now, the graphics of this game was one of the most impressive, by far. All the actions that you do in the game has consequences, so for people who like that kind of stuff, you should keep an eye out for that. The next game they showed off was Lara Croft and the Temple of Isis. Now this, I'm really excited for. I was a huge fan of the first game that came out on Lara Croft and the Temple of Light. It looks a lot more bigger and expansive than the last game. It also got a good graphic update, and I'm really looking forward to trying it out, man. It looks really good. Next they showed Destiny, the new expansion that's coming out, The Dark Below, and it's coming out later. Actually, I think it came out today. Yeah. Got new story missions, new strike, new competitive multiplayer maps. a new level cap and gear, and a new raid. So for anybody who plays Destiny and is a fan of it, look out for that. Next, they showed off The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Graphics in this game are off the fucking chain, man. The environment is gorgeous. It looks really nice. It's something that I would like to try out myself. Lots of colors pop out as well. I've never had the opportunity to play the Witcher series, but I have a friend of mine who personally suggests that I should try it out. So I might play the second one. If the second one is really good, then I'll jump on the third one, because it does look like a very impressive game. It really does. Keep an eye out for that one. Next, which I think is one of the most interesting games that came out on the show, would have to be No Man's Sky. It's one of the most beautiful looking games I've seen in a long time. So many different beautiful colors just popping out everywhere, you know? For what it seems like, it's like you can jump in your spaceship and fly from planet to planet seamlessly. The wildlife that's in the planets is amazing as well. I've seen some type of odd-looking flying fish that was just really weird and cool. It's just something that was so imaginative that you don't see often in the gaming industry these days. This game I'm definitely gonna pick up once it comes out. Keep an eye out for it. The next game they showed off was King's Quest. It looks like a simple platformer. The environment is really nice looking, and the music is excellent. I really like the music in the trailer. Check out that one as well. And finally, the last game that they showed off, which is easily the most exciting game for me personally, would have to be The Legend of Zelda for the Wii U. Yo, this game, the crowd was going nuts about. The world is fucking huge, man. It looks really, really, really big. Like, if I can compare the world in that trailer compared to like, let me think, like GTA 5, it's probably as big, if not more. A lot of colors are popping out of this game like crazy, man. You can actually pick fruits from trees and eat them this time around. And easily the coolest thing about this trailer was the fact that, if you remember watching the first announcement for The Legend of Zelda for Wii U, you remember when Link was jumping off the horse and shooting an arrow? Yeah, that's something you can do on a regular basis in the game. Like, you jump off the horse, flip in slow motion, and just pull the arrow and shoot. It looks fucking cool, man. It looks like a lot of fun. This game will be released later in 2015. And they also said that Star Fox for the Wii U is going to come out before that. Woo! I've been wanting a Star Fox game for some time though, man, so I'm a happy camper, you know what I'm saying? Overall, I can say it was a pretty decent show. Not as good as I hoped it to be, but there were some really cool announcements and some really interesting games coming in. One thing I really liked about the show is that Nintendo had a much stronger presence this year. Another thing I learned from watching this show is that I absolutely have to pick up some next-gen consoles for next year. Games like Shadow of Mordor, Far Cry 4, King's Quest, what else? The Lara Croft game I saw, No Man's Sky. A lot of these games I really, really want to play. So I gotta get my games up, son, for real though. I didn't care too much who won what of the awards, because at the end of the day, that doesn't serve anybody, man. It's all about the games, you know what I mean? What games were shown and how the games look and that kind of stuff, you know? Well, that's it for me, man. So guys, did you watch the awards show? And if you did, what did you think about it? What were some of the cooler games that you thought were interesting to you? Or some games you thought was just, whatever. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and share. It helps me do the thing I love to do the most, and that is gaming. Once again, this is your man, Juicekill7. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next episode of Drew's Reviews.